Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Stephanie. It's Saturday, July 16th, and we're just trucking along. Last night was absolutely the hardest night since I started working part-time at the Sarasota Yacht Club. More when we return, but first I want to thank all my subscribers and those people that's just visiting my channel for the first time. If you guys find anything that resonates with you, please consider on subscribing to my channel. Maybe we can discuss our similarities. Talk to you guys soon. Yeah, so last night was absolutely crazy. It was busy. Now, at the yacht club, I help out in the kitchen where I can. But my main job there is placing dishes, pots and pans, frying pans, cooking containers, mixing containers, everything that they use in preparing and cooking food or baking or whatever. That's a lot. Last night, I washed all these items up until it was time to leave. And when I left last night, it was not done. It just kept piling up. They might have had an incredibly busy function last night, and they didn't have enough people on there. Now, in my area where I work, it's just me and a young kid. He's like 19 years old. He's full-time. I'm part-time. Now, mind you, I already left an 8-hour job, and now I'm going on my 9th hour working there non-stop. Washing dishes, as most dishwashers know, your hands is always submerged in water, okay? Even if you're using latex gloves, if you're using rubber latex gloves, that means that your skin will always be wet because of perspiration, and you're always in hot water. And eventually the rubber latex gloves breaks and then your hands get wet. I don't use any gloves for that purpose. But anyways, my hands is always submerged in hot water. I'm always lifting and pulling and placing stuff inside the this huge dishwashing machine. I've come to the point over the past several months I've been working there, my hands are literally dry, chafing, and cracking. So now I always have to keep my skin supple with skin lotion. Now I always have to have that handy, or else my hand will get dry and crusty. I've suffered several skin burns since I've been there, because the people that work there, mainly the chefs, sometimes they tell you that the pots and pans are extremely hot. Other times they don't tell you. I try to remember to check and see if they're hot so I don't burn myself But sometimes I forget because you're busy shuffling and going through this busy process of washing and pulling out pans that you forget. And because of that, I've suffered a lot of burns. I've had the worst burn on my forearm because of hustling and bustling throughout the kitchen, that I bumped into another employee when he had a big hot skillet that I burned. I got a 3rd-degree burn on my forearm. Now it's healed, but these are the things that happen. So about last night, it was so crazy busy that one of the chefs comes up to me. She says, "You're gonna stay and help him, aren't you?" I go, I can't. My maximum is 13 hours a day. Okay, yes, I have today off. I needed today off. Okay, I got to go back to the yacht club tomorrow and work another 5 hours because I work there every Sundays now. And I don't want to get into the habit of saying yes when they ask me to work overtime on my part-time. That doesn't happen. If it was my full-time, I would try to work overtime. But even then, if I say yes to overtime when I gotta leave my full-time to go to my part-time, then I'll be late for my part-time. So I'm not working overtime for my full-time or my part-time. I come home. When you get into the habit of always accepting overtime, whether you're working a part-time or a full-time, they're going to expect you to work that overtime. And if you do say yes to overtime just because it's extra money, psychologically you get locked into a position where you don't want to say no because you're used to that certain amount of income. I don't want to fall victim to that. I don't want to fall victim to that. In the past, I have in the past, and it didn't get me any close richer than what I am. Now, I'm here at my favorite gas station. I don't need gas, but I'm gonna go in and get me a nice cup of coffee, and I'm gonna get a scratch ticket and my lottery. I haven't been playing the scratch ticket and lottery because it's just a waste of money. But today I'm gonna try it. I'll be seeing you guys very soon. So anyways, I went inside, I got my cup of coffee, as I still have a little bit of my protein shake in because I'm not gonna eat any breakfast today because I'm finding myself, I keep going back on my word of not eating too much at the yacht club. I do eat, but I've cut it down significantly because I don't eat a whole lot on my full-time job. Last night on my full-time job, you know what I had for lunch on my full-time job? I had a protein shake, an apple, and 2 oranges. That's it. So when I came home last night briefly to change my clothes and head down to the yacht club, I was pretty much on an empty stomach. So when I got to the yacht club, I prepared my meal there, and I sat down in the break room with the friendly employees I work with there and had my dinner pretty much. And it was less than a half a cup of rice, less than a half a cup, which means quarter cup, which is literally nothing. I had some fruit, and they had baked fish. It was really, really good. And a very thin sliver of coconut cream pie, very, very thin. And also another kind of pie. I'm not even sure what kind of pie it was. That's it. So we can safely say that last night for dinner, I had less than 500 calories for dinner last night at the yacht club. As my shift last night progressed at the yacht club, I had about a cup of soup. That's it. And I came home. When I came home, I drank a lot of fluid. I was watching some YouTube channels on whatever subject, and then I said to myself, you know what? I need to go to bed. So around 11:15, I hopped into bed, and I got up at 8:30 this morning. So I slept about 9 hours. I slept 9 hours last night, and I really needed to because I was extremely tired. The previous nights, I've only been getting between 4 and 4.5 hours sleep, which is not that much. But last night, I made it up. I got 9 hours sleep. So, as I was saying, at the yacht club was extremely busy. And one of the chefs, her name is Linda, she comes up to me and she says to me, oh, you're going to stay and help Sammy, right? I go, I can't. And the reason why I didn't, I just explained to you. When we get into a habit of always saying yes, or even the first yes, you're inclined to keep saying yes because you think you're going to look bad. You know? My motive is, I don't say yes because they know in advance what kind of schedule they're going to have. Last night was extremely busy. We didn't stop working. I never seen so many pots and pans and skillets and cookingware and dishes and all kind of silverware come back. It was non-stop. There was no way I was going to catch up, and I very seldomly fall behind. Now, I didn't fall behind. It's just that the function that they had going on last night was going to be a late one, and people just kept eating and eating and eating and eating. And what you have to realize is, when you and I go to a restaurant to eat, whatever you're ordering, other people are ordering the same thing, plus everyone else that's not ordering the same thing. And every time they order a different dish, the chefs have to prepare it freshly. They cook it right there and then. That means it's a different skillet, it's a different pan, it's a different cooking pot or whatever. This times 50, 100, 150, okay? It's a lot. They have upwards around 15 to 20 different skillets, 15 to 20 different pots and pans, and hundreds of dishes and so forth. It doesn't stop. This is a yacht club. It's a yacht club. It's a very popular yacht club in Sarasota, and it's also a restaurant, okay? It was non-stop. So she asked me, am I? I said, no, I can't, okay? I had to fib and say that I had to get up early in the morning to go to work. I don't just want to say no, but they have to hear a no, okay? Now, the young man that I work with, he's full-time. He's a young guy. He can stay overtime and work. I'm not going to do that. And it's like I said, they know in advance what kind of schedule they're going to have. Why don't they put additional people on? Why don't they have enough people on? This way, they know that I'm probably not going to work overtime, and next time maybe they'll get the additional help if they can forecast we're going to have a busy night. Because I don't want to get into a habit or create a thinking amongst them that I'm going to stay overtime and help out. No. All my life, since 17 years old, I always worked overtime. Gosh, just as long as 2 years ago, I was working full-time and part-time for almost 4 years. When I worked at the Home Depot for 14 years, I quit in 2018. Okay, 2018. And at the same time, for 4 of those years, I worked at a supermarket. I worked at a Publix here in Florida. At Publix, I worked 36 hours a week. 36 plus 40, what do you get? That's 76 hours a week because I wanted to save money. Okay? Do you think those employers cared that I was working almost 80 hours a week? Okay? No. The main line, the bottom line is they have objectives that they had to meet and goals that they had to meet for their company, and they did it. They don't care if they run you into the ground, okay? Because if something happens to you, they replace you in a second. In a second, they replace you, okay? My decision into saying no is because I don't want to put the thoughts or thinking in their mind that I'm going to say yes when they ask me. I'm always going to say no. I can't do it to make more money, and I can't use that because I'm already working part-time to have a little bit of extra money, only 15 hours a week, and combined with my full-time, it's only 55 hours a week. I can handle that because I have days off in between to get my rest, to have some form of life, and do what I need to do for me. For me. Okay? The Sarasota Yacht Club, Lowe's Home Improvement, Home Depot, whatever full-time job it was I had, they're still operating today. They do not miss me. They do not miss me. They don't even know I'm gone, and they don't even know I'm there. Okay? All right? I worked 14 years for the Home Depot. Okay? Do you think they care about me? They don't care about me. They don't care if I was sick. They don't care if I had COVID. They don't care if I break my leg. They don't care. We're just numbers, okay? It's only in their best interest to keep a good rapport with us, so we go into work every day and do our jobs, and we meet their criteria, okay? That our jobs are done so they can profit, okay? I was sick several times, or home dead tired. They called me and say, hey, are you okay? Are you all right? They just want to know if you're coming in or you're staying home. So you're probably saying, oh, you worked at Home Depot. Yes, I did. 14 straight years. Very seldomly called out. And out of those 14 years, 4 of those years, I was working 77 hours a week. 77 between two jobs, almost full time with Publix. 36 hours at Publix. Never doing that again. Never doing that again. What led me to quit at the Home Depot, it was December 15th, 2018. Okay, 2 weeks before Christmas, I go into work at the Home Depot, and I'm shorthanded again. And they won't put nobody in my department to help me. I'm working between garden and electrical department. I go in, you know, it's Christmas time, it's holiday season. We're extremely busy. Customers up the poop chute, if you want to call it that, okay? And I got like 6 customers around me waiting for me to help out with a current customer so I can assist them. In the middle of this, I get one guy from New York City. This guy had a massive attitude. He comes up to my face and he throws a product in my face and he says, "I need this." And he's yelling. I said, "Let me finish off with these customers and I'll be right with you." I couldn't have been more politely. He got into my face and he said, "I'm a customer too." I said, "Well, you need to wait." And he screamed, and I didn't want to make a scenery, so I told him what the product was. And he said to me, "Take me there." I said, "No, I have customers." He looked at me, he looked at my name badge, and he says he's going to go complain about he's going to complain about me to a manager. So I finished off with my customers. I took my last customer to the plumbing department where he needed help there so I could help him. And I was already upset. And the customer who I'm currently helping looks at me and says to me, "Are you okay?" I go, "No, I'm not okay." Just as I said this to this customer, another customer is walking right towards me and throws something in my face, says, "Where do I find this?" I looked at him, my eyesight went blank, and my mind went black. I felt I was gonna pass out. I couldn't take it. I was stressing out and I didn't know it. I said, "You know what? I don't need this shit." After 14 years, I walked into the break room where all the where all the associates and managers were laughing it up. While I was out there in the freaking sales floor busting my ass, the managers and supervisors were in there sitting down in the break room laughing it up. I took off my goddamn apron, I threw it on the floor, I said, "I'm done. I'm done." That's the kind of atmosphere that exists at these companies, okay? They throw you out to the wolves while they're making a profit and making a company get ahead, and you're out there killing yourself. Never again will I put myself in that position. And you know what? Today I work for for a similar company called Lowe's, and sometimes I feel overwhelmed, and they don't care. I don't overwhelm myself anymore. I don't get upset anymore. I don't rush to get a job done anymore. I do what I can and I leave. When they ask me, "Can I work overtime?" Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will not work overtime for a single minute. I will change and leave. I'd rather go to a part-time job where there are no customers or associates. I just can't deal with that. No more stress in my life. I go to my part-time job. I wash my pots and pans for $15 an hour, okay? And I leave at my exact time I'm scheduled to. And if they don't like it, guess what? I'll just leave my part-time job and find something else. I'm not stressing myself out anymore. I'm not gonna do it. I learned the hard way. They don't really appreciate you. You're just a body there, okay? Maybe you can form friends with another coworker who's in the same boat that you're in. That's the only way there's understanding. But when you're in a power position or a management position, you work for a company, whether it be a yacht club or a retail environment store, there's no appreciation. Because whether you quit or you get fired or you get sick and you can't work, you're just a number to them. I don't feel sad for saying this. I don't feel bad. It's the truth. It's the truth. But you may think I'm really fired up this morning. In a way I am. So this is my gimbal. I use this when I go walking and I make like a short walking around the city video. Yeah. So I haven't used my gimbal a whole lot lately. I've been using this tripod that's holding my camera up. It's quicker. It's great for the car. You can't use a gimbal in the car because it's not designed to be used in the car. But I can use my gimbal in my media room. I use it a lot there on a big tripod. It works fantastic. So I'm having a nice day today. I'm energized, as you can see. I got 9 hours sleep. Heck yeah, I'm energized. But that's where my mind was last night. I apologize to Sammy that I couldn't stay. He's a full-time. He's used to it. He's young. He's got plenty of spunk. He can get the job done. So anyways, right now I'm just gonna go find a nice shady area. I might get out later to walk this bridge later on. I don't know. I really didn't have any plans for today, just to relax and get out of the house. But I'll be talking to you guys soon. Hope you guys have a nice weekend.
How you doing with the COVID?
Oh, they're awful.
Right across the bay where it's beautiful. Maybe we'll see if we can do a walk across. Yeah.
How are you feeling?